Want to grow your business and take it to the next level? Well, here we all are, and we are going to show you how through hard work, perseverance, and a little help and know-how, you can take things to the next level and push the success of your business even further. Let's get going.
Hello and a warm welcome to the Life of Great podcast. I'm your host, Fulfillment Obi. Today's episode is a deep dive into the realm of remote work, exploring essential skills that are in high demand, discovering prime locations for remote job opportunities, and unraveling the intricacies of building a successful remote team. This is Remote Work Part 2, Remote Work 102. This isn't your typical talk session. We are on a mission to provide actionable guidance. If you are contemplating a leap into the world of remote work, we've got you covered. But before we embark on this journey, ensure you hit that subscribe button and do us a favor by sharing your thoughts with a review. Now, let's immerse ourselves in the crucial aspect of remote work, equipping you with the knowledge to kickstart your remote career. Ready? Let's dive right in.
First question, what is your aspiration in life?
I know you feeling this one.
My aspiration.
Some of that jazz for your mind.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Nada más venga a vivir a Nueva Zelanda.
Okay. So much fun for me. Yeah. I love it.
So we're going to get started with 20 in-demand remote skills. All of these skills have opportunities to work full-time remotely or for a company or agency, for freelancing companies, or you can kickstart your own service-based business. So let's get started. 1. Copywriting. The text on a website, on a page, in a brochure, etc. is referred to as a copy. So as a copywriter, you would create a text or a message that convinces people to take action, whether it is buying something, downloading, or engaging in some way. It can cover a variety of things, including email marketing, web copywriting, blogging, social media advertising, etc. Copywriting is one of the most important parts of most business, marketing, and sales, for the very obvious reason that most customers, clients, facing parts of a business need a copy. A good copywriter is always in demand, whether as a contracted copywriter or remotely in-house at an agency or company. Number 2, social media marketing and management. Almost all successful companies or business have some form of social media, and most prioritize now. This part offers a variety of ways to work remotely, whether it is in-house with an agency, company, PR firm, or freelancing for small businesses and companies. As a specialist, you will build and direct the execution of strategy through competitive and audience research. As a manager, you will be in charge of managing all social media platforms for your clients or company. This could include responding to comments and direct messages, scheduling and uploading posts, creating content or coordinating the creation of content, reaching out to brands and influencers, handling influencer marketing, or sometimes they are in the same position and sometimes not, but the demand is high for almost all companies and businesses. Number 3, content creation. One of my personal favorite content creation is simply creating digital content for brands, companies, hotels, or services that you are paid to create or trade for. This can be done through photography or videography, but also can include any type of digital content like blogs, articles, ebook, etc. It does not require you to have a large social media following, although it is popular among influencers. Many companies outsource content creation, but you can also do content creation in-house for a company, publication, or agency for their marketing, advertising, social media, or any digital content needs for digital marketing. This skill goes hand in hand with social media marketing, but it can include marketing on LinkedIn, marketing on Pinterest, optimizing emails, lead generation, or managing visual communication. Learning how to create digital marketing strategy and analyze marketing performance are skills that make you highly employable remote. This role is a staple at any large company or publication. This is similar to any marketing role, but focused on everything digital, which is where everything is headed now anyways. It can be a bit more competitive to get into, except at entry-level roles, since it generally requires some more experience and demonstration of your implemented strategies, but it's an amazing direction to take your career remotely. Number 5 is SEO. SEO is search engine optimization, and it involves just that, optimizing a website to rank on Google and get more viewers. It includes keyword research and creating and implementing a strategy and system to continuously help a site rank higher. Why SEO is important for any successful company? It might be tougher to land a role or as an SEO specialist, but instead can make you a desirable asset as one of your skills paired with another digital skill. SEO is frequently hired out to specialized firm or agency, especially one that offers web development services, but there is also a lot of opportunity to specialize as a consultant. Number 6 is software development and computer programming. As a software engineer, you write the code to build software products like apps, features, video games, operating system, etc. But while you will learn several languages to code, more importantly, you will learn how to think like a developer and solve problems. Computer science is a top-paying degree, and programming jobs are growing at 2 times the national average in 2022. So you'll find an abundance of opportunity, whether you want to work full-time for a company remotely or contract or freelancing. Number 6 is web design. Websites are in high demand, whether that is a fresh new site needing to be designed or a site that needs to be refreshed or added to. If you enjoy visual design and want to increase your skill sets or specialize in web design, then it's perfect. As a web designer, you design the look and the feel of a website for a company or a business or a client, as well as the hierarchy, information, architecture, and user experience. You don't need to have code to do web design, especially now since many platforms allow you to design and build websites just through drag and drop interfaces. Opportunities to freelance remotely, start a service-based online business, or work full-time remotely for a company are abundant, and web design is a need for almost every business. Number 7, web development, front-end development. Coding is a language for the future, and learning front-end development language like CSS, HTML, and JavaScript is a very high in demand and valuable skill with many opportunities remotely. If you want to freelance remotely, it would be good to also learn web design or partner with a designer to work for clients. But if you want to contract or work remotely full-time for a company or larger business, you can just focus on development. Whether you want to become a full-time developer or simply boost your digital skills as a web designer, every company, business, or leader with a brand needs a website, and development work is always in demand. Number 8, iOS and Android development. If you're interested in development, you can learn the languages needed to code and develop apps for iOS and Android. Having a basic programming foundation is helpful, but you can easily learn just development for apps. You'll find just as much demand and even higher pay for apps development. But with that, the requirement to learn the language and skill needed are a little more intensive, but very doable. Both the opportunities to freelance or contract for companies as a developer or work full-time remotely for a company or agency are available. Number 8, graphic design. If creating visual content intrigues you, then graphic design might be for you. This includes typography, basic design foundations, color theory, visual branding, and composition to create visual assets like logos, emails, document, advertisements, or non-digital assets like brochure, packaging, flyers, and posters. Graphic design has a lot of different options and directions you can take, and it gives you a foundation if you want to specialize in specific design skills. So every successful business prioritize good design, which leaves a lot of opportunities for you. You can freelance, contract for business or companies, or work in-house remotely for a company, agency, or publication. The next is UI design. Specializing in UI design or user interface design would be great part. You design and craft the user interface. So this can be for not just websites, but also software, apps, etc. Having a good understanding of human-computer interaction will be helpful. With a good eye for design and design fundamentals, you design what an interface looks like and feels like. You'll find more work contracting for companies, agencies, or working in-house for companies remotely, but opportunities are growing every day as the need for good user interface for tech companies or software increases. UX design is the next one. UX design stands for user experience design, and a common misconception is that you need design skills to be a UX designer. The reality is that a lot of UX design work is done before or after a design is brought to life, with user research, true studies and analysis, or running and analyzing user tests on a product. Your goal is to make the experience of a user quick, easy, intuitive, and as frustration-free as possible. Just like UI design, you find the most opportunities contracting or working remotely full-time for companies, especially in tech space or contracting through an agency. There are many opportunities, but it can be more difficult space to enter into, and it is a hot position at many companies, pay-wise as well. The next is photography and videography. While they are different, they easily allow you to overlap, and there is a lot of demand as a photographer or videographer or editor. It helps to specialize in an industry such as fashion, traveling, wedding. To build your portfolio for clients more clearly, you shoot and prepare the visual deliverables based on a client's need. But this can also include licensing out your work or directing and managing full photo video shoots for clients or companies. Generally, your best opportunities are through freelancing directly or through agencies, or starting your own business or agency as a photographer or videographer. The next is blogging. As a blogger, you are writing articles, growing an audience, readership, and brand to become a trusted source in a specific niche. Building a career in blogging can take more time than most of the other listed, unless you seek out positions running or maintaining blogs for established companies or businesses. Building and scaling your blog, however, can lead to other type of monetization opportunities through both active and passive income remotely for yourself. The next is teaching. With ever-increasing dominance of the internet, a whole new world of teaching has opened up. You no longer have to be confined to the classroom, and there are many routes to go to build your career remotely as a teacher through online tutoring, teaching curriculum building, and course building. As a native English teacher, you can jump into teaching remotely pretty quickly if you have a college degree, but there are still opportunities for many other language or subjects to be taught remotely. You can even look into earning your master's remotely to open up more opportunities to teach remotely in higher education. The next is digital sales. Being good at sales is an essential skill in both the traditional and remote work world, not to mention making you more marketable to potential employers regardless of your position. With the world continuously going more digital, the demand for skilled digital sales professionals is increasing every day, and sales will always be a key part of the longevity of any business. Entering into this field can be easier since it requires less technical background, and there tend to be many openings at large or small companies. Whether you want to learn how to manage your own sales process for your online business or land a remote role at a company, there is immense value in learning good sales skills like being able to craft the perfect sales pitch or identify sales growth opportunities. The next is digital consumer service support. Most companies have moved their customer service to the digital world, which means they can hire individuals remotely. Customer service is an area that encompasses multiple niches, ranging from learning how to manage a customer service team, being able to streamline a company or business customer service efforts, or the soft skills needed to build customer loyalty and trust when serving them. It can be helpful to focus on a particular area to be able to demonstrate a great degree of experience and knowledge to potential employers. The next is virtual administration, affectionately known as VA. You will organize and do demonstrative tasks just as the name says, virtually. This is similar to being executive assistant, just remotely as a VA. Your tasks could include email management and calendar management, planning, booking, making calls, editing, or tech customer support. The entry into this field is a popular contract freelancing role that is remote, but plenty of opportunities to be in-house virtual executive assistant for a company or small businesses can be landed as well. The next is data science. This is a more competitive field, especially if you're looking into landing a full-time remote position at a company, as well as more intensive in the knowledge you need to pursue a career in this industry. Having a good foundation in math and science to understand the potential of data, algebra, optimization, probability, and computer science like data structure and algorithm generally will require you to have an advanced degree, as well as knowledge of technical tools and skills like data visualization, machine learning, AI, and various back-end coding language. Don't be discouraged by the challenge or competition of this field, because this role is becoming increasingly important, especially in tech. More and more large companies in this space need talent for this industry, so the opportunities to work remotely will increase since talents will be prioritized. The next is accounting. Accounting may seem like a boring desk job, but in reality, much of the work can be done from just about anywhere on a computer in the right industry. This is especially true for niche industry like small business, international tax preparation, etc. This part is great if you want something more traditional, but with the freedom to work from anywhere, although you will need some sort of degree or certification. You can work in-house for a company or offer your service to businesses and clients remotely. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is where to find remote work. Now we're going to be dividing this into various sections. Now, the first section is the best sites to find remote work online for remote-only job boards. Number one is FlexJob. FlexJob has over 50 remote work categories with pre-screened positions ranging from freelance gigs to part-time work to full-time jobs, with remote career varying from entry-level to executive. The virtual job board currently hosts more than 20,000 working from home job and digital nomad job posts. Number two is Arc. Arc is a remote-only job board for developers developers living across the world. If you are new to tech, this could be a great resource for you. Scan their remote junior developer job and internship page to get job listings specifically flagged for entry-level applicants. It can be tough to find true entry-level developer jobs out there, but this is a great place to start. Number 3, remote.co. Remote.co can curate their list to remote job and allow you to search or browse by jobs type. These listings are job categories include customer service position, design opportunities, developers job, recruiters and HR roles, sales job, and other online remote jobs, including writers, managers, and marketers. Number 4 is Just Remote. Just Remote covers many verticals, and remote work, including development, marketing, and design, and HR and customer success position. You can filter roles by location, and their virtual job board highlights whether positions have specific country or time overlap requirements. Number 5 is Virtual Vocation. Virtual Vocation job board features telecommuting positions in job fields like technical writing and paralegal, and is run by an entirely remote team. In addition to their job board, this site blog has great tips. Now let's go to the next session. Looking for a remote company that offer flexible schedules, high pay, creative work. You need to try this tech-related job board with remote option. Number 1 is Power to Fly. Power to Fly focuses on matching women in tech with remote and work from home jobs. If you join the site's talent database, you then go through a vetting process and get matched for a paid trial, a 2 to 4 week test period with a potential employer. Number 2 is Landing Jobs. While Landing Jobs doesn't have a huge section of their tech job opportunities dedicated to working remotely, they do carefully curate their listing page. As a bonus spec, unlike many job boards, their site allows you to filter your search for jobs that are either fully remote, partially remote, or even remote with physical commuting distance. Number 3, Authentic Jobs. Authentic Jobs bills itself as the job board for web professionals. This is beautifully designed and easy to use virtual job board, reflective of its focus on providing job opportunities for web designers and web developers. Number 4 is Dribbble. Dribbble is most known as the pillar site for freelance web designers to share their portfolios and find their next gig, but it has a lesser known job listing feature too. There's a location tab on the top of the screen where you can click remote/anywhere and then be off to the race finding your next work from home gig. Number 5 is AngelList. Have you always dreamed of working for a tech startup but don't live in a tech hub? That's the beauty of working remotely. It doesn't matter. If you head over to AngelList, a top source for startup job listing, you can enter for a job search and click remote OK. When you're prompted for a search type, tech hub or not, you can find a startup that's right for you. Number 6, Career Vault. Career Vault tracks more than 1,800 companies and pull over 200 new remote jobs directly from them each day. They delete expired jobs automatically and future jobs in many different fields such as design, marketing, writing, support, and software development. The next section is Find Remote Work Online that fits you with freelance and contract jobs. Number 1, TopTal Business. TopTal Business focus on connecting business consultants with freelance corporate engagement. Whether you bring project management expertise to the table or you are wits at building financial model, the TopTal Business site and model are both digital nomad, remote work, and freelance friendly. Number 2 is Fiverr. Fiverr is a useful site for finding your first freelance gig and building up portfolios fast. The Fiverr site focuses on gigs or micro jobs like editing an image in Photoshop, designing a Facebook ad, or brainstorming SEO rank-worthy article titles. Number 3 is Upwork. Upwork features freelance remote jobs listing in a suite of categories, things like virtual assistants, mobile app developer, copywriting. Companies like Zandex, Dropbox, and Airbnb use the site to hire remote freelancers. So if you're ready to start doing freelance work for some major clients without having to set foot in an office, create your Upwork profile as soon as possible. Number 4, freelancer.com. Freelancer.com claims to be the world's largest outsourcing marketplace. It is choked full of remote freelancing gigs with over 30 million users. It features freelance jobs for PHP developers, content writers, and web designers alike. All you need to do is make a profile and you will be able to start bidding on jobs. Number 5 is freelancersmap.com. Freelancersmap allows users to search thousands of active IT projects looking for remote freelancing team members. The site has global reach with projects currently listed on their front page from companies in the US, Australia, and Czech Republic. Number 6 is Gone.io. Gone.io is a freelance platform designed specifically for freelance web developers. You can sign up through GitHub and also make sure your GitHub profile is up to date and active. They will help you match you with some companies that need your service. Now, the next section we're going to talk about is this. Regardless of your skills, background, or need, there are remote jobs for you. Cast a wide net by searching these general interest job sites. So we're talking about general interests job sites that can help you find remote work. So if you're looking for jobs working from home online, try traditional job boards too. Some companies typically only hire for specific location, post remote jobs as well. Let's look at some of them. Number 1, The Muse. With gorgeous user interface and exciting information about all companies and jobs, their future, The Muse make job searching at home feels easy. Number 2 is Indeed. Indeed pulls job data from across the internet and across the world, making it one of the most robust job search engines. As of this time, an Indeed search for remote jobs yield over 2,000 listings across positions. Number 3, Career Builders. Career Builders job site claims to be the largest online employment website in the United States. Simply type in telecommute or remote as a keyword and you'll find more than 9,000 part-time, contract, and full-time jobs. Number 4, Idealist. Idealist isn't an exclusive remote job board, but it also has hundreds of remote job listings worldwide. Just click on remote under locations. All these jobs are with organizations and non-profits committed to making a positive difference in the world. Work from wherever you are in the world if you want, get paid, and contribute to a worthy cause. That's a remote win. Now, the next thing I want to talk about now is how to build a remote team if you're an employer, a CEO, or the founder of a company. If you want to run a global business or company, or you aspire to be a founder of an organization, then this section will teach you all you need to know about setting up a remote team. Number 1, determine the remote team structure. Before you start your recruitment marketing to hire employees and assign work, you need to decide what kind of structure you want your remote team to have. Will the entire team work remotely, or will it only be some members? Do you want them to be from the same town or city, or will they come from around the country or the world? Will they work remotely every work day, or will they spend a day or two at the office every week? Choose the structure that best suits your business. You should also be aware that future pandemics may require all of your employees to work from home, so it's a good idea to create contingency plan for such situation. One of the most important things to consider when deciding on a structure for your team is the region in which your team members are located. If they are in various parts of the country or in other countries, take different time zones into account, especially if all the employees need to be online at the same time. Number 2, you should recruit carefully. Although studies have shown a tremendous increase in the productivity of employees who work from home, we need to recognize that the increase is in employees who have the discipline, drive, and skill to work remotely. With the team working from home, you won't be present to supervise them, so you need to hire people you can trust to do the job. Put thought into it and take some time with the recruitment process. Tweak your regular process to make it more suitable for hiring a remote team. Hire candidates with excellent communication skills, speedy response time, and proficiency in their field. Number 3, provide clear guidelines and set expectations. You will find it tough to hold your team accountable, and they will find it difficult to optimize their productivity without guidelines and expectations. Check that your remote team understand what's expected of them when you provide these guidelines. A few of the topics to include are time tracking, contact persons for issues or specific projects, and how to handle documentation for tasks they complete. Also include their work hours and any specific time they should be online, as well as individual and team goals. Outline how often they should communicate with you, with what communication channel they should use, and how frequently to use them. Number 4, use time tracking. You can't monitor the members of your remote team in person, but you still need to hold them accountable for their performance. Use time tracking to make sure they are following guidelines and meeting expectations, at least as far as their time requirement is concerned. Beyond that, time tracking can help you calculate the correct payment for hours worked, identify where workflows could be more efficient, identify team members who need more training or structure, and calculate the price of product for customers if pricing is based wholly or partially on the time spent on the job. You'll find free and paid time tracking apps and software online. Some of the best time tracking software include T-Sheets, Zoho Project, Hubstaff, and VeryClock. Number 5, use reliable communication method. Communication is vital for the success of a remote team, so set up several reliable methods that your workers can use. Consider using an internal direct messenger for direct communication between team members, while the entire team and clients can use email. A system such as Slack can provide your team with another channel they can use for communicating about specific projects. Number 6, supply the tools your remote team need. Some business have a bring your device policy for remote workers, which means those employers uses their computers and other personal devices. However, not everyone can afford good quality or new tech, so it is better to supply your team with the equipment they need. Depending on your team's nature of work, they may need access to other tools besides computers. They may need a good business communication system, a quality photo printer or editing software, a content management system, or access to stock photography accounts. Increase your remote team's chance of success by providing them with what they need to do the job efficient. Number 7, engage your team regularly. Use those reliable communication methods to engage with your remote team regularly. Feeling disconnected from each other and the business can have a detrimental effect on morale and productivity. So it is important to maintain team engagement. Check in with individual worker regularly. Hold weekly or monthly departmental or team meeting and have company-wide meeting at least every month. If your remote workers cannot attend meetings at the office or in person, use Zoom or any other video calling platform to include them. Number 8, invest in your team's development. Giving employees access to ongoing training and development isn't something new, but millennials in the workplace have re-emphasized the importance of doing so. Building a remote team isn't just about the initial planning, recruitment, telling your employees to get on with their jobs. If you are serious about building an effective, productive remote team, you need to invest in its development. Do this by running workshops and refresher courses. If possible, offer your team members an education or study stipends they can use to do a course that's relevant to their work. Number 9, foster a healthy team spirit. The old saying, all work and no play makes Jacks a dull boy, is a true for remote teams as it is for workers of any other description. Foster a healthy team spirit among your remote workers by socializing in person if possible. Considering doing fun activities such as going out for a game adventure, golf, and some pizza on a Friday afternoon. If your remote team is so remote that getting together in person is not possible, host social events online instead. For example, have a pizza and drinks delivered to each team member's home at the same time on the same date and meet online for a karaoke or general knowledge quiz or similar activity. So these are one of the ways you can build up a remote team. Now, if you're interested in your personal development, interested in becoming better, you have big goals and aspirations and ideas but you don't know how to get started or put them together, then I want to advise you to join my private coterie, the Movement will be coterie. In this private community, we help ourselves grow, become better. We provide resources and tools to help you start the journey of greatness. And it's for everyone who is serious about changing the world and changing the future. So the links will be in the description of this podcast. And if you've listened to this episode and you're like, wow, I really love what I've heard today, then please do us a favor by sharing this to everyone you know. You can also send us a mail if you have any question, or go over to our publication. If you're listening from any other podcast player, go over to the publication link which is in the description. That is fulfillmentob.substack.com. Then go to this episode, go to the comment section and leave a comment. Then you will receive your reply as soon as possible. You can also subscribe to our newsletter so you can get regular updates when we release new episodes. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next episode.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.